Hi, this is Ryan Flahive with the nutrition team, and I'm excited to show you some of the great features and functionalities of Wiley Plus Learning Space in nutrition. So starting with our unique Wiley point of view that we're taking into the field this year, in nutrition we have Wiley Plus Learning Space with Orion, and specifically Orion will help us diagnose early or help our customers diagnose early. But today I'm going to talk a lot about how instructors can manage and facilitate engagement with their students using Wiley Plus Learning Space. And then finally, of course, using both Orion and the dashboard and the reporting in Wiley Plus Learning Space, our customers will be able to measure outcomes. What you'll see here is a modified version of the dashboard, and I'll go into the live dashboard for Visualizing Nutrition 3rd Edition in just a second. But the reason I wanted to show you this is that I want you to see that the discoverability ribbon, which is not yet live, but should be live in early February, will have direct access to iProfile. And during my short tenure in nutrition, I've had an opportunity to give a lot of presentations to a number of instructors, and this is the key element that they're going to be looking for, at least a lot of instructors will be looking for when they look at Wiley Plus Learning Space. So they'll want to see that the discoverability ribbon makes it very easy to get into iProfile. So now I'm in the live dashboard for Visualizing Nutrition. I've accessed this as a student, so you're seeing the student dashboard, which of course is very similar to the instructor dashboard. One thing that I do want to make sure everyone understands is that there's multiple ways to navigate anywhere in Wiley Plus Learning Space from the dashboard. There's this drop-down menu that'll get you anywhere. This top tile here, the study tile, gets you to all of the authoritative Wiley content in the ebook. These lower 4 tiles here give students their participation rating, the time they've spent, how they're doing on their questions. The upper right-hand tile, even though you don't see any assignments here, this is where students can see how they're doing on their assignments and what their overall grade is, what's coming, what's past due, and what's been graded. And then finally, on the lower right-hand tile here, you will see the snapshot into the 3 most recent contributions to the course stream, as well as the ability to click on the See All and access the full course stream here. But I'm going to go into the Wiley study materials. So here I am in the Wiley Plus Learning Space ebook. You'll see all of the authoritative Wiley content from our text narrative and photographs, illustrations, process diagrams. Here you'll see an embedded animation that you can click and play right inside of the ebook.
And adipose tissue provide triglyceride.
Or you can expand to full screen. So all of the content is in one place. As a student, I'm able to interact with the content. I can highlight something. I can highlight something and add a note to visit this later. You know, a lot of books can highlight and highlight with notes. What makes this different is on the back end, every interaction that I have with the e-text helps me create what's called My Notes, which is essentially a cliff notes that students can use to study the night before the test. Another thing that other products do not have and is unique to Wiley Plus Learning Space is the ability to highlight and add to a discussion. So I can say, let's discuss. And so whereas the highlight and highlight with notes helps create My Notes, which is a very personal study guide, you'll see on the right hand in the course stream here that I've now actually gone out to my peers and to my instructors and attempted to create a discussion. And that is something that's very unique to Wiley Plus Learning Space. And you have all that same functionality around any piece of artwork. I can star it and put it in my notes, or I can add a discussion around it if that's what I want to do. Same for any of the rich media. So this is a highly distinctive and compelling and competitive aspect of the Wiley Plus Learning Space e-textbook. As I just mentioned, students are rewarded for engaging with the authoritative Wiley content in a number of ways. When they highlight or highlight with notes, they go into what's called My Notes. And here I am in My Notes, the My Notes section. You can see all of the highlights that I just made for you a second ago. I can organize these notes by chapter. I can organize these notes by section. I can organize them temporally by when I actually posted the notes. So students have a lot of options on how they can use, regarding how they can use this My Notes section to help them study for a test. And the final thing I'm going to show you today is the course stream. There are just so many things about Wiley Plus Learning Space that we can talk about, but today I'm really showing you what I think is most compelling from the student experience, and where the My Notes section is where all of the highlights and highlights with notes, things of a personal nature for a student while they're engaging with Wiley content would go. The course stream is the public space. where comments, as you'll see here, related around the authoritative Wiley content would be hosted and shared with peers and classmates and instructors, but also the ability to use this, share a new post section to bring in YouTube videos and other content from outside of the classroom that makes for unique archaeology and a unique instance for every course, for every student and every instructor. So again, there are a lot of things we could talk about Wiley Plus Learning Space in nutrition, and you have a lot to talk about. But going back to our original point of view, I think you can see here how, using Orion, you can diagnose early. Specifically using the course stream, you can manage engagement, but also within the e-text itself, there are a number of ways that students are rewarded for really engaging with authoritative Wiley content and engaging with each other. And finally, using the dashboard and reporting in Orion to measure outcomes. So go out there and sell nutrition.